Hello there, everybody. I just wanted to show you something pretty simple to do in PSP. We'll call this CurlyPie, for lack of something else to call it, just to identify it. CurlyPie. And let's say that you've got your finished image together, and now it comes down to framing it. How you going to frame it? Going to mask it. You can put a frame around it, whatnot. This is one thing that you can do. You can add transparency edge to it. You see, I'm just on one layer here. But let's go to canvas size, image canvas size. And here it shows the original dimensions, 800 by 550. You can add what you want to. In this instance, I'm going to add 100 to each, so that would be 900 from 800, and 550 plus 100 would be 650. And we want to go to the center, so everything's equal here. You see, everything's 50. And we'll say OK. So there we got that. I'll show you a simple way to select the image itself. You click your selection tool there. And over here you got like three things together, and there's one in the center. Opaque, layer opaque. If you left click on that, it will automatically select the image. That is cool, right? That's better than I used to do it, float, unfloat, and whatnot. And this is a lot easier to do it like that. So with that being said, we can go here to selections, modify, and select selection borders. And from there you can select both sides, and we're going to give it a spread of 30 right now for this thing. So left click on that, and you see it's selected inside where our selection was originally, and outside, 30 in and 30 out. So that's like a spread of 60, right? That's all the way around, and we're still on one layer, on the graphic layer. From there we can go up to effects, distortion effects, and pick whatnot. There's different things you could try, but we're going to do it with curly cues this time. Left click on that, and look at what it did. See how it's took the edge, but it hasn't distorted the inside of the selection. That's why we only went in like 30 on that. So we wanted that to remain unharmed. But it's done this curly cue around here. And of course you could go ahead and change your settings and stuff, but here we're using 10, 10, 150, check and check. And that gives us that. To deselect, I'm right clicking on my mouse button. That takes away the selection. And let's see, let's add a drop shadow to it. Now the drop shadow, I'm using 0 and 0, past the 80, and a blur of 20. And what that does is it gives an even drop shadow all the way around. And that's what I want. So say OK. Now once again we got some extra space outside the drop shadow, so we can go back to our selection tool again and click layer opaque, and it selects the edge of where the drop shadow is actually at. So even though you can't really see it, it does. And then we can go Shift R on your keyboard, hold down the Shift and mash R, and that cuts away at where your selection is. From there we can go ahead and resize it. That's a Shift S. And I don't want it more than 600 on the height, and don't want it more than 800 on the width. That's for me. For you it might be something else. And I've already got some text here. I can add text to this thing. Let's see here. Move that up just for an example. And let's see, let's add a new raster layer. do that from the layers palette. And I held down the shift when I clicked on that so it doesn't go up to that other pop-up screen. So that's another shortcut. I'm left clicking and dragging it down to the bottom, and we can pick a color here. I can hold my eyedropper over the little block in the materials palette and hold down the shift key, control key, and from there I can move that around and pick what I want to. Well, I've already picked this color here, so that's what we're going to use. I'm going to mash F for the fill bucket, and I'm going to fill this raster layer that I just had. And there we go. Go ahead and save it as a JPEG, and you're good to go. So that's what I wanted to show you. That's pretty cool, huh? CurlyPie. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And this is Hooty. Hope you enjoyed that. Give it a try. It's a bunch of fun. Bye now.